Okay, you had made the comparison that, okay, well, guys, they have beards, therefore that's kind of comparable to like women
I mean,
wearing
I think it's
makeup.
just like a sexist argument in general, because now in 2023, we're at the point where like men wear makeup too.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Yeah, that was
That was pretty aggressive.
Because you saying that's sexist, it just like realistically, it just makes girls look bad. Because a man preferring a woman without makeup is not sexist. It's his preference, just like you can prefer him with or without a beard.
So I agree. I just think it's sexist on the fact that like men think that if a woman wears makeup or not, it's going to play a part in her personality.
It does.
I think it does.
I can
to an extent.
I mean, you're wearing
wholeheartedly say
makeup,
that
so I
it
don't
does.
think
Yeah,
it plays a
that's
negative
fine.
part.
No, but it depends
can
on how.
be.
Yeah, it absolutely can be, and it depends on how far you take that. Like, okay, sure, pretty much all of us are wearing makeup besides you. We're on a podcast. This is not like how I present myself day to day. There are plenty of women that wear a lot of makeup every single day, and that is what he's
But
commenting
I
on.
still don't understand like what is fundamentally wrong with that. Like you may not like
so
it.
You have an
I guess to
insecurity.
but
if
what
you
is
illustrate
wrong
the
with
point,
that.
do you have a dating profile?
A dating profile?
Yeah, like,
dating
do you
app,
use Hinge?
dating app, Tinder.
No, I'm
Hinge,
in a relationship.
Bumble.
Okay, yeah. Well, have you ever had Hinge, Bumble?
Yeah.
Any of the pictures in your profile without makeup?
Yeah. Actually, they were.
Really?
I don't wear makeup often. I like wore it especially for today.
So I think generally speaking, most women who present themselves, especially in the dating pool, they present them a false image of who they actually are. You see that with makeup, you see that with filters, you see that all over the place. And it's just...
That shit's true.
It's just true.
That shit's true.
But men do the same thing in different ways.
How?
Posing on expensive cars that aren't theirs, posing with
Women do that too.
women who are like paid to be there, like escorts.
That's
I don't know.
Those
I
are
think
just
pretty rare.
exceptions.
Yeah, I
That's
was
like
gonna say.
extremely
okay,
rare.
Here.
I don't
If
think
you
it's
take-
extremely rare.
Let
I
me just
experience
respond
it
to
every
that.
day.
If you take like an average guy, he's not like hiring women to pose with him. Whereas like you take an average girl who goes to college, she probably wears makeup. Like at least if we're on dating apps, and I haven't been on dating apps in a while, but like if I'm actually I still have the shitty Facebook dating app, which if I'm swiping through, just the first picture, right? If you don't do a deep dive, and maybe you do a deep dive into their profile, maybe they have one photo without makeup. I want to say the first photo that you see, which is the eye catcher, 90% of the time, it's going to be makeup, and 50% of the time, filter on top of that.
What's
That's
wrong
kind
with
of-
that?
Well,
It's,
okay.
it's deceiving on how you actually look in real life without makeup on.
I don't object. Like, if they have one or two photos in their profile without makeup, I think that's fair. But if your whole profile on a dating app is like pretty heavy makeup and or face filters, that's very deceptive.
I mean, like, I understand what you guys are saying. You think it's deceptive.
Do you
I still don't think that
disagree?
deception is wrong.
You don't think deception is wrong?
I think that I don't think that type of deception, like, if it makes a girl confident in herself to wear as much makeup, put as much filler as she wants.
Sorry, hold the thought.
Beaten
Hold the
Cheeks
thought.
donated
We'll get to it.
$99. To the promiscuous corn star with the simp boyfriend that lets his girl do naughty films with other men, do you believe you bring value to any man at all? What could you possibly bring to the table to
Oh,
a
wow,
real
okay,
man of
Cheeks is-
value that
Well,
worked
He's going.
He's the roaster. He roasts
To
everybody.
at Beaten Cheeks.
Thank you for getting his name right, by the way. I appreciate that.
I would just like to point out the inverse of that, saying that if my body count and what I do for work is the most important thing about me to you, then you're not the type of partner that I want.
There you have it, Beaten Cheeks. You were saying about makeup and deception.
Yeah, I can see what you guys think, how it's like deceptive, but I also think that's like a hater perspective. Let girls do what they want. Let them feel comfortable in whatever makeup they feel like and whatever filler, plastic surgery, whatever. And if you don't like it, move on.
I have to pull up one chat, but I do want to address it. Sorry, guys, I have to pull this up before it falls off. Streamlabs only shows like the most recent 10, and it's about to fall off. Fally, not going to lie, a little jealous of how often FTG is able to gift such hefty charity so often, not even for the attention he might be getting, because it's a she, by the way. I usually donate anonymously, but just how much she's probably helping you. Just wait, bro. I'll catch up to you. Well, first of all, Fally, you're very supportive last show. Thank you so much for your patronage. Means the world. Thank you so much, man. And then I think we're good for a little bit. So you're saying guys who are kind of opposed to makeup or don't like women who wear makeup, that they are haters? Is that?
Yeah, like if you have such a problem with it and you're obsessing over the fact that this girl's wearing makeup, she's being deceptive, then you're weird.
See, but I don't think they're obsessing over it whatsoever. Yeah. The reason that this is being brought up is because not most women, but a lot of women that do wear makeup present themselves that way, and then a man sees them either in real life because the dating app profile was deceptive. They see them in person and they're like, I'm not into that. They get hated on for that reason. And so men on like a baseline level for like seeking out partners value youth and beauty, whereas women value a man's ability to protect and provide. So essentially that like income and like net worth add into that, obviously play a big part in today's society. It would be like if a guy lied about his income or his job to you. Yeah, and clearly that would be a deception that you probably wouldn't look past once you figured out about it.
Of course, but I still don't, even though it would make me upset.
So if a guy worked at McDonald's but told you that he was this like billionaire finance guy.
Sorry, K donated $99. K-Brain. Sorry I'm late. Busy day working on my magnum opus.
Good to see you, man.
Telling women that I'm stronger than them. Listening to K. LL This Love by Blackpink.
It's not that song.
Posing on cars. Mirroring games. Working on some 304's car at 11:30 at night. Anyway, did Layla Gluck Gluck?
No. She's first off, okay, last show, she was, I'm 100% sure she's fucking trolling. She's just trying to, do her, putting on the show, nonsense, whatever. She did tweet a bit about it and she slid into my DMs, but she's fucking trolling. Like I'll have her back on the show, but it's a gimmick. Go ahead.
No, but if a guy like significantly lied about his income or
McDonald's.
like his occupation to you, you can't
lie
to me and say
I would know when I showed up to the date and he couldn't pay the bill.
I mean,
people
you
can afford
fake it for one date.
Absolutely.
I mean, so what you said was, I'm quoting you that what were the exact words? It was like putting forth a false image. What's the word I'm looking for? Is fine. Being deceptive is okay.
I didn't say it was okay. I just said I don't necessarily see why.
She said she doesn't think it's wrong.
Morally wrong.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So deception is not morally wrong. Therefore, I can post all of these fancy cars and women on my arm and my dating profiles and show up to the date down to the nines and all this nice stuff, like showing off like, oh, look at my life, and you'd be so lucky to be in it. And then a few dates later, you realize he works at McDonald's.
I mean, I'd be annoyed, but I honestly, I'm not a crazy person, so I would just leave it at that and move on.
The question is it wrong?
Let me
if the man wants to live his life as a poser and that's how he feels, satisfaction.
Do you want to date a poser?
No, but if he wants to date me, as long as he's willing to keep up that lifestyle and that image, sure.
But he's not able to keep up that lifestyle.
Which is why I don't date men like that.
Okay, so earlier on in the conversation, when the Norse pagan, he mentioned something about decent.